Coding is not the art. I sometimes think like that too, and then sometimes I have to teach someone how to send an image through WhatsApp and I realize how deep the IT skill tree actually is. Why hire seniors on a high salary if you can hire people off the street, spend 8 or 9 days training them and you have yourself a FONG-ready workforce? On a job interview, / do you have experience with the listed technologies, / yes. Solid 9 days. Extremist militias are coordinating in more than 100 Facebook groups. So, when is FB getting banned? Can we call them brown shirts or terrorists yet? Or will they remain disingenuously portrayed as being random and totally not affiliated with Trump or Trump associates? X ban spreads across Reddit as communities react to Musk's gesture. Nazi salute. This sane washing needs to end. He did the Bulemi salute, the same salute fucking Nazis use. It was a Nazi salute, not a random gesture. 4 years of this kind of sane washing is gonna be hard to take. Linus poking the bear once again. This is so good and uncanny at the same time. I now want Linus to dress like Zoolander. Also Steve would look great with blonde hair. SD cards were invented in 1999, Sony in 1998. Realtors love this camera. It was something they could deal with. LOL. Damn, that's how they used to save the pictures. By inserting the save button in the camera. Even SD card was invented, frigging Sony wanted to push their own format, memory stick. My dad used to have a similar model, also with a floppy drive. I think that you could take like 2 to 5 pictures before it was already full. In 1910, in New York, USA, a photographer captured an image of 4 girls, titled Blessings for the People Within 100 Years. All these young ladies are now dust, but what a century they saw. War, peace, flight, space, revolution. Truly a time to live, love and be a witness to the revolution of the human spirit. I'm gonna project a thought into the future for people to pick up in 100 years. Headlights seem a lot brighter these days because they are. My astigmatism loves this shit when driving now. Freaking knew it. I bought a car early this year, I hadn't owned one in like 10 years before that, and I was like, god dang, were headlights always this bright? This feels brighter. The worst is when a large Ford is behind you with higher headlights, they shine directly through my back window. My laser high beams are so bright, I can't even read those 3 million reflective signs. They look like portals to the afterlife. /r/fucky our headlights. Poor Saudi neighborhood. The moment the car turns and you see the tower was just like out of a video game. Crazy. Fun fact, this neighborhood is my hometown, while being a poor neighborhood. The value of the land is worth millions because it's close to the Holy Mosque, Al-Haram, and the people living in there are first-generation immigrants. They bought the land when the city was mostly a desert. That neighborhood is probably the most expensive real estate in the Middle East. That image gives me Orwell vibes. A picture of Big Brother on the tower would be perfect for it. That's not a poor neighborhood, it's an old neighborhood. Do you know how much real estate is there next to the Kaaba? Nintendo 64s were in cars? Yup, we thought we were hot shit when we installed the N64 in my friend's Windstar. How about when hotel TVs had the Nintendo 64 controller attached to them? My stepdad bought a Chevrolet conversion van with an N64 in it. That thing was friggin' sweet for road trips, and the N64 kept all 5 kids amused for the entire trip. I'm gonna tell you. I took a ride in my rich friend's minivan once. You could watch DVDs in his car on these tiny screens and it was the most amazing thing my kid mind saw. Moments in time that this tree has lived through. So nothing happened between the birth of Christ and gunpowder being invented? And see this ring right here, Jimmy. That's another time when the old fellow miraculously survived some big forest fire. So what you're saying is this tree lived through slavery and did nothing to stop it? Had lived through. I'm disappointed that year 536 isn't pointed. Worst year world has ever had. Volcanic winter that is seen in tree rings around the world with how little trees grew in that period because it was so cold. A successful bollard test. Oh my god, this is the first time I've seen this where the video actually ends. GIF. A friend just sent this to me from her work. Hey, copper wire is copper wire. With enough drivers you could get this to work. Both of those have 5V power and I guess the adapter just shunts it through. VGA does have 5V, but it's only supposed to be output from the GPU, and underscore input into underscore the monitor, to power the EDIT chip even if the monitor is off. This underscore shouldn't underscore be doing that. I am intrigued what the chain of adapters actually is though. Why? I don't get, why you would even do this besides just, saying you can? Before and after floor sanding. Jiv. This should belong to r/satisfying gas fuck. Jiv. Executive Order. Warning, master branch is 3849 commits behind. Everybody back to SVN. They say we should use main instead of master in Git branching, but they never changed the name of the role Scrum Master, which I think actually means the master/slave context. Zuckerberg says he's moving Meta moderators to Texas because California seems too biased. Fucking stop using these people's products. This one guy has done so much damage to humanity, we are going to see its effects and weep. Do these guys ever have enough money? Does getting rich always make a person a narcissist that constantly has to fuel their ego? Why not move them to Moscow for even more of that precious balance and neutrality? Like and subscribe.